Welcome to Place Picks. If you're looking for some of the most budget-friendly Asian countries to visit and maybe even meet charming women, you've come to the right place. You only need a couple of hundreds of dollars to rent out an excellent apartment with utility bills included and around $30 per day for dining out, transport, and entertainment. From the stunning valleys of Nepal to the vibrant streets of Vietnam, join us as we uncover the hidden beauty of these nations and the beautiful souls that make them shine. Let's find out where your next big adventure lies. Number 10. Indonesia. Indonesia, a sprawling archipelago where the spices are as diverse as the languages and the coffee is as strong as the local women's backhand in badminton, offers a vibrant tableau of cultural and natural wonders. From the mist-covered mountains of Sumatra to the sun-kissed beaches of Bali, every island has its own rhythm and, of course, its own brand of stunning women who are as enchanting as the landscapes they inhabit. Imagine landing in Bali, where women are known not only for their traditional beauty, but for their modern approach to life. Here, a typical day might involve a surf lesson taught by a local beauty who can ride the waves better than she navigates her scooter through the island's chaotic traffic. And if you think the ocean is salty, wait until you hear the witty banter at a beachfront cafe, while a Balinese woman explains why your attempt at speaking Bahasa Indonesia is cute but catastrophic. Over in Jakarta, the cosmopolitan heart of Indonesia, the women are as sharp and fast-paced as the city itself. Picture yourself trying to keep up with a Jakarta fashionista during a shopping spree in one of the city's massive malls. You'll need a good pair of sneakers and a sense of humor as she expertly haggles over prices, all the while providing a running commentary on the latest trends that you barely understand, but enthusiastically nod along to. In Yogyakarta, known as the cultural soul of Java, the women are keepers of the arts. You might find yourself being gracefully defeated in a batik-making class by a local woman whose skillful hands paint wax onto fabric with the ease of a Javanese shadow puppet master. Later, as you sit down to a cup of Javanese coffee, which she insists will fix your life, she might regale you with ghost stories that are more entertaining than any horror movie. Travel to the Komodo Islands, and you'll meet women who are as fierce as the local dragons. Join a female tour guide who explains the mating habits of Komodo dragons with a deadpan humor that makes you momentarily forget these creatures are dangerous predators. Don't worry, she jokes, they only eat annoying tourists. In Sumatra, you could end up on a jungle trek led by a woman who knows the rainforest like the back of her hand. She'll point out medicinal plants, teach you how to avoid leeches, and share hilarious anecdotes about city slickers who thought jungle trekking was a walk in the park. Indonesian women, with their diverse heritage, are like the country's countless islands, each one unique, full of surprises, and more than capable of sweeping you off your feet, sometimes literally if you're not careful on those volcanic hikes. Whether you're sipping the world's best coffee, dodging scooters in Bali, or learning the fine art of batik, the beauty of Indonesia's women, in every sense of the word, makes every moment an adventure worth cherishing. Number 9. Mongolia. Mongolia, land of the endless blue sky and home to some of the most ruggedly independent and strikingly beautiful women you'll ever meet. In a country where the horses outnumber the people, you can expect each encounter to be as wild and free as the winds sweeping across the steppes. Let's start in Ulaanbaatar, where Mongolian women combine tradition with a pinch, or a heavy dose, of modern sass. Here, you might find yourself at a local pub, challenging a Mongolian woman to a friendly arm wrestling match. Just be prepared to lose. These ladies are as strong as the famed wrestlers of Nardam Festival fame, and they've got a grip on modern culture that's just as firm. Venture out into the countryside, where you'll meet women who can ride a horse better than you can drive your car. They gallop across the plains with a grace that puts your high school gym class efforts to shame. And when it comes to setting up a yurt, these women can erect these traditional homes faster than you can pitch a tent. The best part? They manage to do it all without breaking a sweat or a nail, and still have time to brew up some airag, fermented horse milk, for you to try. Just don't ask for a latte instead. In the Gobi Desert, you might stumble upon a camel herder's daughter who knows the desert like the back of her hand. She'll navigate the dunes and introduce you to local wildlife, all while explaining why a camel's mood is more reliable than the weather forecast. And as you sit around the fire under a starlit sky, she'll share tales of the desert that are as enchanting as the landscape. Just watch out for the part where you learn about the local snakes. Back in the city, if you attend one of the vibrant Ulaanbaatar night spots, you'll encounter women who can outdance, outdrink, and outsing anyone at karaoke. These ladies mix a cosmopolitan charm with a nomadic toughness that's both alluring and slightly intimidating. If you thought navigating the steppe was hard, try keeping up on the dance floor. So whether you're wrestling, riding, or just relaxing, the beautiful women of Mongolia offer a companionship that's as heartfelt as it is spirited. They are the soul of the vast, open land they call home, teaching you that in Mongolia, every day is an adventure and every night a story. The 8th Asian country with the most beautiful women is Myanmar. Myanmar, with its golden pagodas and tranquil landscapes, might not be the first place you think of for comedy, but it's certainly a land where laughter and warmth are as abundant as the tea leaves in its highland fields. The women of Myanmar, in particular, bring a light-hearted spirit and a deep beauty that can turn any travel tale into an epic story of cultural discovery and lots of laughs. Imagine you've just arrived in Yangon, navigating through its bustling streets. You might meet a local Burmese woman selling street food who, with a smile, will challenge you to try every spicy dish she has to offer, teasing, "It's only a little spicy," as you reach for the 3rd cup of water. Her infectious laugh will carry over the market's chaos as you wonder if your taste buds will ever recover. Travel up to Mandalay, and you could find yourself on a bike tour led by a woman whose sense of direction is only surpassed by her sense of humor. She'll regale you with stories of ancient kings and lost tourists, all while ensuring you don't cycle into a buffalo. Her ability to turn every mishap into a joke will leave you not only enlightened about Myanmar's history, but also with aching sides from all the laughter. In the serene inland lake, a local Intha woman might teach you the art of rowing with your legs, a unique skill that looks easier than it is. She'll giggle as you try and fail to balance, all while effortlessly gliding past on her own boat, calling back, "You're doing great, just don't fall in." Her encouragement will be as warm as the sun setting over the lake. Venture into the highlands of Shan State, where you can join a cooking class hosted by a charismatic woman who'll share secret recipes passed down through generations. Watch out for her prank of swapping salt for sugar. It's all in good fun until you take that first bite of what you thought was a sweet dessert. And don't miss a chance to attend a traditional Burmese puppet show in Bagan, where after the show, a puppeteer with a sparkle in her eye might let you backstage to reveal the tricks of the trade and her puppet's most embarrassing moments on stage. In Myanmar, the beauty of the women is matched by their spirited charm and witty banter, making every interaction a memorable part of your journey. Whether you're sampling the local cuisine, pedaling through historic cities, or floating on iconic lakes, the women of Myanmar will ensure your adventure is filled with laughter, learning, and a whole lot of spicy surprises. Number 7. Tajikistan. Tajikistan, often referred to as the hidden gem of Central Asia, is not just a place of stunning mountain vistas and pristine lakes, it's also a playground for adventurers who don't mind a bit of a language barrier adventure and an intriguing cultural exchange. The real treasure, however, might just be the Tajik women, whose beauty and hospitality could teach the world a thing or two about welcoming strangers. Picture this. You've just hiked through the rugged trails of the Pamir Mountains, feeling a bit like a modern-day Indiana Jones, and you arrive in a small village. Here, the women, with their striking Central Asian features and colorful traditional dresses, greet you not just with a smile, but with a full spread of pilovi, a delicious rice dish that's better than any energy bar you've ever had. They're not only masters of the kitchen, but also of maintaining high spirits in high altitudes. In the capital, Dushanbe, you'll meet the more urban side of Tajik women. Imagine sipping green tea at a local chaikhana, tea house, while a group of women nearby passionately debate the best way to prepare kurutob, a local favorite involving bread and yogurt. You chime in, they laugh at your rookie opinion, but hey, you've just made new friends. These women are as resourceful as they come. After all, managing daily life in a country with such a varied landscape requires a bit of wit. They might teach you how to dance to traditional music one minute and how to bargain for a good carpet in the bazaar the next. You could find yourself learning how to milk a yak or being dressed up in a hand-woven coat for a spontaneous photo session that could rival any fashion magazine's spread. And let's not forget the wedding invitations. Attend a Tajik wedding, and you'll see the true spectacle of beauty and tradition. Just make sure you know how to dance, or the grandmothers might outshine you on the dance floor. In Tajikistan, spending time with local women not only gives you insights into their rich culture, but also stories and experiences that no guidebook could ever offer. Whether you're being outbid by a grandma in a bazaar or taught traditional dances you have no hope of mastering, the laughter and warmth of these encounters are what truly enrich your travels. The sixth country on our list is Kyrgyzstan. Kyrgyzstan, a land of untamed beauty and rugged nomads, is not just known for its soaring peaks and pristine lakes, but also for its strong, spirited women who are as enchanting as the folklore woven into the very fabric of their society. Upon arriving in the vibrant capital city of Bishkek, you might encounter a Kyrgyz woman with a sense of humor as dry as the summer heat in the Chui Valley. She'll guide you through Osh Bazaar, playfully daring you to try a bite of kumis, fermented mare's milk, while casually mentioning it's an acquired taste, usually not acquired by foreigners. As you cough at the unexpected tang, she'll flash a mischievous grin and say, "Don't worry, the second sip only gets worse." Travel deeper into the heart of Kyrgyzstan, to the stunning Lake Issyk-Kul, and you could meet a local woman who claims to be a direct descendant of a Kyrgyz hero, joking that her great-great-grandfather was so tough he used to wrestle bears for fun. She'll take you on a horseback ride around the lake, sharing tales of ancient Kyrgyzstan that seem to blur the lines between history and legend. And right over there, she'll point with a laugh, is where he supposedly threw his bear opponent into the lake. In the majestic Tian Shan Mountains, join a trekking group led by a Kyrgyz mountain guide whose stamina is only surpassed by her wit. As you lag behind, trying to keep pace, she'll look back and tease, "You know the mountain isn't getting any shorter." Yet her encouragement is genuine, and her stories about each peak and valley bring the silent stone to life, making every laborious step worth the effort. Back in a cozy yurt camp under the starlit Kyrgyz sky, enjoy an evening of traditional music and dance. A local woman with a sparkle in her eye might teach you a few steps of the Karajorgo dance, laughing heartily as you try to keep up with the rapid movements. "It's simple," she'll exclaim, twirling effortlessly around you, her laughter as infectious as the rhythm is fast. Kyrgyz women, with their blend of beauty, bravery, and humor, make your journey through Kyrgyzstan not just a travel experience, but a deep dive into a culture where the warmth of the people mirrors the majesty of the landscapes. Whether you're sharing a meal, riding through the steppes, or listening to ancient tales by the fire, their vibrant spirits ensure that your memories of Kyrgyzstan will be as enduring as the mountains themselves. Number 5. Bangladesh. Bangladesh, where the rivers are as plentiful as the tea gardens and the rickshaws outnumber cars in a traffic jam, offers a colorful, chaotic charm that is perfectly mirrored by its women, resilient, vibrant, and full of life. Arrive in Dhaka, the bustling capital, and you might be greeted by a Bengali woman with a smile so bright it could guide ships through the Bay of Bengal. She'll introduce you to the local custom of drinking tea every hour, joking, "It's not just a drink, it's a lifestyle here." As you navigate through the tangled streets, she might challenge you to a race on a rickshaw, playfully warning, "Prepare to eat my dust." Travel to the Sundarbans, and you could join a tour led by a fearless guide who's part eco-warrior, part crocodile whisperer. As you explore the world's largest mangrove forest, she'll regale you with tales of the Royal Bengal tiger, and with a wink, she'll assure you they're just big cats, though maybe don't try to pet this kind. In the tea-rich region of Sylhet, meet a local woman whose family has been cultivating tea for generations. She'll teach you the fine art of tea picking, all while sharing stories about the mischievous monkeys that occasionally join in the harvest. They think they're helping, she'll laugh, but really, they're just in it for the selfies. Back in Dhaka, end your day with a cooking class taught by a culinary maestro who insists her secret ingredient is a pinch of chaos. As you fumble with the spices, she'll tease, "Don't worry, if the cooking fails, you can always say it was an experimental fusion dish." The fourth spot takes Laos. Laos, the land of 1,000,000 elephants and a haven for those seeking the serenity of Buddhist temples and the thrill of river adventures, also boasts some of the most witty and charismatic women you'll ever have the pleasure of meeting. Start your journey in the laid-back capital of Vientiane, where you might bump into a Laotian woman expertly navigating her scooter through a sea of similar vehicles. She could offer to teach you the fine art of scooter driving, teasing. It's like a dance, but with more honking. As she zips through the narrow lanes, she might point out landmarks with anecdotes that are as embellished as they are entertaining. Travel north to the picturesque town of Luang Prabang, where you might encounter a woman selling traditional Lao textiles. She'll assure you that her scarves are guaranteed to make you at least 10% more attractive, and joke about how wearing one instantly grants you the ability to speak fluent Lao. As you haggle playfully over prices, her laughter will echo through the market, making the bargaining process feel more like a friendly banter session. On the tranquil waters of the Mekong River, join a river cruise guided by a local woman whose knowledge of the river's ecology is only matched by her repertoire of river monster jokes. "Keep your hands in the boat," she'll quip. "The Mekong monsters love tourist fingers." Venture into the mysterious plain of jars, where a guide might tell you, with a perfectly straight face, that the ancient jars were used by giants for their yearly wine parties. She'll spin tales so convincingly, you'll almost look around for leftover giant footprints. In the lush settings of the Bolivan Plateau, meet a coffee grower who prides herself on producing the best coffee beans in the region. She might invite you to a tasting, warning you, "Be careful, this coffee might just ruin all other coffee for you. It's the espresso of life here in Laos." Laotian women, with their easy smiles and lively spirits, are the soul of this beautiful country. Whether they are teaching you how to weave, joking about mythical creatures, or sharing a cup of locally grown coffee, their warmth and humor make every interaction memorable. In Laos, you don't just visit, you become part of a community tapestry that's woven with joy, jokes, and an endless invitation to return. The third country on our list is Vietnam. Vietnam, where the coffee is stronger than your schedule and the motorbikes outnumber the stars, is a place brimming with vibrant energy, mouth-watering cuisine, and women whose charm and wit are as unforgettable as the landscapes. Start your adventure in the bustling streets of Hanoi, where you might meet a street vendor whose pho is so good, she jokingly warns it could make you cry tears of joy. "It's my secret weapon," she'll claim with a twinkle in her eye. "It keeps the customers coming back, even if they forget my name." As she ladles out bowls with practiced ease, she'll regale you with tales of Hanoi's history, each story punctuated with a laugh and a knowing smile. Journey down to Ho Chi Minh City, and you could find yourself on a motorbike tour led by a local who's mastered the art of weaving through traffic like it's a choreographed dance. She'll shout back over her shoulder, "Keep up! The traffic here waits for no one." In the charming town of Hoi An, known for its tailor shops and lantern-lit streets, a seamstress might measure you for a custom suit while dispensing advice on both fashion and life. "Both should be comfortable and make you smile," she'll say, chuckling as she adjusts her tape measure. By the time she's done, you'll not only have a new outfit, but a newfound philosophy on life. Venture into the highlands of Dalat, where you might participate in a cooking class hosted by a chef whose laughter is as hearty as her dishes. "This chili will kick you awake better than coffee," she warns, as she demonstrates how to balance the flavors. Her cooking tips come with witty commentary that makes the learning process feel like a comedy show. And let's not forget the picturesque beaches of Nha Trang, where a diving instructor might tease you about the fish being more sociable than surface dwellers. "They're curious," she'll joke. "They'll greet you better than my last date." As you explore the underwater wonders together, her vibrant personality makes the sea seem even more inviting. Vietnamese women, with their infectious energy and sharp wit, turn every encounter into a delightful experience. Whether it's through sharing a meal, navigating the frenetic streets, or uncovering the hidden beauties of the country, their spirited nature ensures that your visit to Vietnam is as full of laughter as it is of discovery. The second country in our ranking is Cambodia. Cambodia, where the temples are as majestic as the sunsets and the tuk-tuks are as ubiquitous as the smiles, offers a rich tapestry of history, culture, and humor, not to mention the company of its charming and witty women. In the shadow of the ancient Angkor Wat, you might find a local guide with a knack for blending historical facts with comedic flair. As she leads you through the temple complex, she'll casually mention, "Here's where the ancient Khmers invented the selfie stick," pointing to bas-reliefs of dancers holding long objects. Her stories bring the stones to life, and her laughter is as infectious as the jungle is dense. Journey into the bustling markets of Phnom Penh, where a street vendor selling spicy noodles might challenge you to eat without breaking a sweat. "If you can handle my noodles, you can handle Cambodian heat," she jokes, all while deftly stirring her giant pot with a spoon that looks more like a paddle. Her quick wit matches her fast cooking, and she serves up both dishes and zingers with equal speed. Venture to the sleepy riverside town of Kampot, where a pepper farmer's daughter teaches you the fine art of spice cultivation. With a grin, she warns, "Be careful, this pepper will wake up your ancestors," as she shows you how to grind the peppercorns. Take a boat ride on the Tonle Sap Lake and meet a fisherwoman who claims she can talk to fish. "They told me you were coming," she'll chuckle, casting her net with elegance. As you glide through the water, she shares tales of lake monsters with a seriousness that makes you glance twice at the water, just in case. Back in Siem Reap, after a day of temple hopping, a massage therapist might offer you a traditional Khmer massage, joking, "This will reset your body to factory settings." Her skilled hands ensure you're relaxed and ready for another day of adventure, while her banter keeps you entertained. Cambodian women, with their playful spirit and resilient nature, add depth and laughter to your journey through this beautiful country. Their stories, jokes, and insights enrich your experience, making Cambodia not just a place you visited, but a place where you made friends and shared smiles. Whether you're exploring ancient ruins, tasting fiery dishes, or sailing on tranquil waters, their companionship turns every moment into a cherished memory. Nepal, a country where the mountains touch the sky and yaks might be your next hiking buddy, offers not just breathtaking landscapes, but also the company of its witty and spirited women, whose hospitality are as inviting as a warm cup of chai on a chilly morning. Imagine landing in Kathmandu, where a local woman, possibly a shop owner in Tamil, greets you with a mischievous grin. She sells you a genuine fake North Face jacket, quipping, "It'll keep you almost as warm as the original." Her shop is a treasure trove of colorful souvenirs, and her sales pitches are peppered with jokes that have you chuckling as you browse. Travel to Pokhara, the gateway to the Annapurnas, where a paragliding instructor might tease, "If you scream loud enough, the mountains will echo back." As you glide over the Fewa Lake, her easy banter makes soaring through the sky feel like just another day out with a friend. She points out sights and shares local legends, like the one about a mischievous spirit that supposedly tickles trekkers' feet at base camps. In a remote mountain village, you might join a family for dinner, where the matriarch, a woman with laugh lines as deep as the valley below, serves dal bhat. She jokes, "Eat up! It's all you can eat until you can hike no more." Her hearty meals come with side servings of tales about the Yeti, her distant relative, she claims with a wink. Back in Kathmandu, you might attend a cooking class taught by a chef with a sharp tongue and even sharper culinary skills. As you fumble with a momo, dumpling wrapper, she laughs, "Don't worry, we can always say it's an abstract shape." Her laughter fills the kitchen, making each misshapen momo a masterpiece in its own right. Or perhaps, in the historical city of Bhaktapur, you encounter an old woman who claims she's the unofficial guardian of its alleys. She guides you through labyrinthine streets, joking that if you get lost, just follow the smell of fresh bread or stray dogs, whichever finds you first. Nepali women, with their resilience, humor, and warm dispositions, enhance the experience of every traveler lucky enough to cross paths with them. From high mountain passes to bustling city bazaars, their stories and smiles make Nepal not just a destination, but a vibrant, unforgettable adventure. Whether you're sipping tea overlooking a Himalayan vista or dodging chickens in a lively market, their friendship is the secret ingredient that turns a simple trip into a treasure trove of memories. Dear friends, if you enjoyed today's episode, hit that like button and subscribe to Place Picks so you don't miss our future content.